Surfer guy. What's going on, Donald Muhammad, Tessa Hall, Jamal J? No, so it's not the shot. It's something going on. I'm gonna call them out. OBS's software is for some reason messing up. Whenever we go live or whenever we open it, they're starting the stream before we actually press the start button. So we're having to push the stop button, then actually restart it. So we'll figure that out for sure. I was looking at it yesterday. Hopefully, I can really figure that out today so we can stop it from happening.
Oh yeah.
All right. Other than that, top story of the day: Bitfinex shareholder provides more details about the potential $1 billion token sale. That is right. Again, we heard the rumblings. We saw a couple articles a few days ago about an alleged Bitfinex IEO. Of course, that's the new buzzword these days. Initial exchange offering. But we didn't believe it because we were like, this is the same Bitfinex that supposedly has lost $850 million in people's funds and is trying to be held up and propped up by Tether. Of course, it's all alleged. The New York AG is going after them. All this craziness is going. And we were thinking there is no way, as you would say, how do you say in the year, what?
In the year of our Lord 2019.
There is no way
this could happen.
You have already exit scaled basically $1 billion or lost it just off of fair business practice. It was a bear market. But there's no way you lost almost $1 billion and you plan to make up for it with an IEO. We didn't believe it, people. We literally didn't even report the story. But it looks like this is actually happening now. What is going on with this potential $1 billion token? I wonder why it's just $1 billion. Like, what loss would that cover up? But
the 850 that they had to loan.
What is going on with this possible $1 billion token sale, this potential sale? I'm not even believing this.
Well,
is real.
The Bitfinex shareholder Zhao Dong actually said to the Chinese social media platform Weibo that he, as somebody who runs an over-the-counter trading desk, Bitfinex does have a currency plan, but the details are undecided. At present, any attempt to use the name of Bitfinex to host a vote saying that there is a quota may be a liar. Vigilant. So this is one of the things that we've always stated with big billionaires, big whales. If they prop up these exchanges, they will get it done because, as it says here, they're trying to get an IEO for $1 billion in order to raise money for what? We don't know, but they have a currency plan. And it looks like Bitfinex, even though they're tied up in a lot of legal litigation right now with Tether, Bitfinex, they're like, whatever, we're moving forward. And we've seen this before. Remember the last audit? They just kept going. Didn't they print
too big to fail?
50 million?
Hey, this shit is hard to turn. It's hard to turn this shit when it's going full speed in one direction. They like, look.
So they're like, hey, come with it if you're going to do it.
This is too funny.
We're going to do this IEO, but it's unconfirmed. So this is alleged. Potential, but it would make sense that they would raise $1 billion in Tether, which is what we call the rich man's ICO, because they'll get fees off of that Tether, as well as when people use it, sending it back and forth. So it'll be good for them. However, we'll see from a media standpoint how people will take it, because Bitfinex doesn't look like they're stopping. Well, neither does Tether.
Well, it's crazy. As you said, we call these stable coins the rich man's ICOs. What are we going to call the IEOs?
Yeah.
Like, that's not even the rich man's. That's like the...
that's billionaires only, buddy.
The billionaires, this is... What's
no
the word?
broke boys allowed, brother.
This is the globalists man's only. It's like if you aren't trying to rule a country, if you don't want an empire build, you can't do an IEO.
You're not trying to colonize somebody.
Right. Really, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. You don't want these people under you?
Yeah.
But as you can see here, there will be a minimum buy-in of $1 million is being reported, and a total supply of 1 billion tokens available for $1 each, Zhao wrote. He further claimed that $500 million has already been subscribed. I love how we report on this guy. I'm not going to lie. People, we haven't done any due diligence. So this dude could literally be like a guy. Yeah, he could literally be like a guy who's a skateboarder in a different country. We don't know. All right, but it is what it is. Only qualified foreign investors will be allowed to invest, he wrote, and they must make a soft commitment to the sale by this Sunday. That's right. We want this money now. New York ain't playing what we say special. I need my money. But it looks like once investors have been able to review the token's white paper, because of course I guess they're only giving it to you if you're one of their investors, they can choose to cancel their soft commitment or convert to a hard commitment with a 10% deposit. That's actually pretty fair. They're like, look,
that's not bad.
This is what we're doing. I like that. I get it because there are a lot of people who are like, hold on, I'm not about to just giving my money while doing my due diligence. But at the same time, like, the reality is you can do 6 months of due diligence. You probably don't have the resources to do a real deep dive. So get what they give you this week. Make sure you call and do all your homework, and then you can make that soft commitment. Get a few more days. If you like it, do the 10%. If not, back up. I mean, if you have $1 million to throw at this thing anyway.
Because most people watching don't have $1 million.
Right, you know what I mean?
Just chilling anyway. But this is Billionaire Boys Club for real.
But what I will say is actually a good idea. Of course, it more than likely is to cover the $850 million loss, right? However, if cryptocurrency continues as where we're going and exchanges continue to get bigger and bigger, I mean, it will. The hybrid point is when we get rid of the banks, or we're not using banks as much. We're just straight up using exchanges.
Yeah.
Why not? Can exchange? I mean, they're doing the same banking practices as we see now anyway. I mean, they might as well just almost serve a twofold thing. But once we get to that point and exchanges are becoming bigger, it's going to be about the legacy exchanges. Who's been here the longest? Who knows what they're doing? Who has a team? Blah blah blah. The Coinbases are going to be worth $10 billion, as we said. You got Circle, who bought Poloniex for the $300 million, which we think was overpriced. Who else?
$400 million.
Is it $400 million? So you got all these exchanges getting bought up. But Bitfinex, if they can stay afloat during these hard times and a bull market returns, then yes, this is actually a good investment.
Yeah.
Is $1 billion lofty? It depends. If they build up their, their clientele to the likes of Coinbase or Gemini, that's pretty good. You can still get a times 10, times 5 back. If they sell that company, we're talking about Asia here.
Yeah.
They sell Bitfinex or Europe and Asia. They sell that to one of these companies over there. I mean, they could get sold off for $7 billion. You got to remember, the same way it was this craze for Bitcoin and crypto coins and all that, the same craze is going to happen for exchanges again once we see Bitcoin go past 20,000. These billionaires are going to be like, how can I get my hands on a already made exchange with a team in place? I don't want to do. I just want to own it. I don't want to do nothing else with it. And they're gonna be like, well, we got this Bitfinex thing for $7.5 billion.
Yeah,
and
you
all
buy
of
it
this,
and just move on.
All of a sudden, you solve your insolvency problem right now, and these people see that if you're a billionaire, you're a multimillionaire. You understand investments at this magnitude will take 7 to 10 to 15 years to get back. So they might say, all right, I'll throw my $1 million here. We'll have whatever. In 8 years, hopefully they can sell this thing, and I can make $7 million back off $1 million investment. True. That would be great. So I'm looking at it from a business point too.
Yeah, and actually, if you think Bitfinex is going down without a fight, this is the Chinese people. They don't go down without a fight. Zhao Dong, as well as another Bitfinex shareholder, Tian Zhao, who is a shareholder as well, they both told supporters or told reporters their support for the exchange is unwavering in spite of ongoing controversy.
I like that.
So with all the stuff going on, these
investors,
investors,
you want to ride for.
This is what we're telling people about, like the complaints with Coinbase. It may be a lot of small money people, but whenever there's complaints from the big whales, you can tell because they change overnight. They literally change everything they do. So with the whales with Bitfinex, when there's this supposedly U.S. news is skewed, just put it like that. The U.S. is like, yeah, we're tough. We're going at the Bitfinex, and people in China are like, oh no, you're not.
You're not taking my money.
I'm not going anywhere. So y'all gonna have to deal with whatever comes with it. So yeah, if you think Bitfinex is going away easy, you got another thing coming.
One of the things I will also say is, as we stated, is only for qualified foreign investors. That's actually a great. They're just like,
that's
what?
On purpose.
We're just gonna cut the U.S. out of this.
Yeah, forget the US,
and B, again, this you're talking about. They're getting investors from the entire planet. $1 million isn't a lot per person if they can get their hands. I mean, again, people, if they can present it like this, like, hey, if we can stay afloat, I know, really, if we can stay afloat for another, not even a full year at this point, I think, if we can stay afloat, guys, for another 6 months, another 8 months. And this bull run does kick off, we can sell this exchange, get your money back. I mean, literally, it could be a 1-pager for their white paper for this IEO. Like,
this is how it works.
We just need to stay alive, and after we get through all the dark times, we're gonna push a marketing plan in place. We've been the longest exchange we've been running. You'll get your money back. So, the only other thing that we have to worry about is a even further pissed off New York AG, who will definitely be embarrassed if they can't shut them down at this point. If they get something like this in IEO working and New York can't shut them down, that is going to embarrass New York and whoever was backing them on Wall Street and all the other crypto companies up there. I mean, this is about to be
the nose at
right. You know what I mean? It's about to be that dark war they're launching. Speaking of some of these exchanges, though, Coinbase came out with a tweet today announcing Dogecoin support on Coinbase Wallet. And shout out to our crypto warrior who tagged us. I had to look and see who did it again. Actually, before we get started, some quick shout outs again. What's going on, Tessa, Crypto and Culture, Richard, CAJ, California J, it's funny. Digibyte Unlimited Crypto Videos, what's going on? Long time. Wired Sparks says somebody called Jerry Jones, LOL. Paradigm Audio, what's going on? Edwin IT, Andre Durden. Yeah, he said, there you go, my feed was wet. There we go. But yeah, it's as we just mentioned, what's going on with this Dogecoin? You know, pat on the back, folks. We mentioned Dogecoin. I think it was yesterday or the day before.
Yeah. Less than 48 hours.
Less than 48 hours ago, we just mentioned Dogecoin. So, of course, it's a huge story to us.
Oh, yeah.
Because shout out to Coinbase people. We know you're listening now. Yeah. That's what's up. Sign on. You can be a warrior, too.
Yeah. Nah, they can't.
No, they can't. Listen, we need warriors on that side of the aisle as well.
Yeah. Well.
What's going on? And by the way, I think the initial tweet, too. So, whoever tags us in tweet, let us know. Because the initial tweet said Coinbase was adding Dogecoin to actually trade, but then that tweet got deleted. Yeah. So that's why I'm pretty sure that was the initial tweet. Whatever it was, it got deleted, and then this article's out.
And I was gonna say the blog though, it came out and stated that you can store your Dogecoin on Coinbase Wallet app, which means you can send it there and actually use their custodial account. They have different supports, of course, for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Classic, Ripple, and Stellar, as well as 100,000 different ERC20 and 721 tokens. So they added support for Dogecoin. This is pretty big as far as, you know, in name, because Dogecoin was kind of a joke coin for a lot of years. Now it's custodial support on Coinbase. People can store it, actually keep it there. This is more about safety, less about the, you know, price value, because, you know, every wallet could actually have Dogecoin support, but Coinbase is pretty trusted by a lot of mainstream people, so it's good for them. Kind of legitimizes their operation to an extent, even though, you know, we joke around about Coinbase. It has been around for a while. It did fund Jamaican bobsled team. They've done a lot of donations to charity using it, so it's done more than some of these most of the ICOs that actually came out. So pretty good coin there. It's always a favorite in our community. Love Dogecoin. Yeah,
and I will say, you know, we give Coinbase a hard time. We have always said on the business side, we get it. It's messed up. You don't have to go that way, that direction, but hey, secure your bag. I can't, you know, you can't complain when a dude like, I'm trying to pull down 10 billion in the next few years. All right, like I'm ready to do whatever.
So. It all started with a meme.
Hey, exactly. But yeah, shout out to Dogecoin again, people. We keep saying like that's a sleeper. As DigiByte Unlimited just said, he thinks they're going to list Dogecoin soon. It's quite possible if they're doing blog posts just about it. So we need to check that out. CoinMarketCap to remove exchanges from calculations if they don't provide mandatory data. This is, you know what?
Let's give them a hand clap. Give for the cleanup.
This is self-regulation, people.
Self-regulation.
We don't need to be subpoenaed by governments and to give them all our trading info and all that if you're in exchange. No. But CoinMarketCap, which I'm sure will be subpoenaed by the government if they are able to get this information. But CoinMarketCap is just basically coming out. You know, let's read the article. And they're telling people that, hey, we're going to remove your exchange from our calculations, which everybody just about goes to check into, at least on the mainstream, if you don't provide us with some mandatory information. It looks like CoinMarketCap, if you don't know, this is a major source of data about all traded digital currencies. Has made a series of announcements to celebrate its 6th birthday today. I didn't realize it was 6. Wow. As such, CoinMarketCap has announced a brand new alliance called the Data Accountability and Transparency Alliance Data in order to provide greater transparency, accountability, and disclosure from projects in the crypto space. Again, this is what self-regulation looks like. This is an acronym I can get behind. And this is also how you can, as a company, kind of, you know, finesse your way into the government as far as decision time. Because it's like, hey, guys, we made our own alliance and acronym. You don't have to make a new acronym. Join our acronym already. We got a first one. But what's going on with this alliance, and what's some of the mandatory info they want from some of these exchanges, and what exchanges have joined already?
Well, the best thing about this is that they are self-regulating. They're cleaning up. There are hundreds of exchanges there who provide faulty data. They have wash trading. They have, you know, different stuff that has nothing to do with crypto, more money laundering on these small ones. But the good thing about it is if they clean it up and they get actual data, one of the best things you can do, like you said, with the government is sell them data. And if they have the ability to say, hey, our live trading data is audited, we have it from different exchanges, including Binance, Bittrex, OKX, Huobi, all of the big exchanges. Bitfinex is even on it. All of this data will provide them with a clear view. And CoinMarketCap is already popular, so they can kind of leverage their popularity by saying, hey, everybody's going to look at us for the real exchanges. If you're not on there, may not ever, you know, pick up steam. So you need us. Kind of flexing their muscles right now at this point, but that's good for them. So they won't get audited later. And they're like, all right, so why is this exchange even listed as an option? You should have seen the data was wrong. So they got 45 days.
The only thing about it, though, which is, you know, again, this is a part of business. I get it. But I would not be surprised if there are repercussions greater than just not getting listed on CoinMarketCap if you don't join this alliance eventually. It looks like a broad number of exchanges have already joined it, including Binance, Bittrex, OKX, Huobi, Liquid, Upbit, IDEX, OceanX, and a bunch of other ones you probably never heard of. Well, let's go Hit, BTC, Bitfinex, KuCoin, Gate, and a few more. So all the main ones are definitely on it. And again, it's going to be one of those things where if you're not on this alliance, or here's an even bigger question: what if CoinMarketCap starts to have competition? Right? Somebody else wants to work with these companies. What happens? No, we're not going to work with you because we're giving our information to CoinMarketCap.
Yeah.
Again, that's not what the community is really about, but that is what business is about. So it'll be interesting to see how that unfolds. But this would be pretty cool.
CoinMarketCap don't care about that. They're trying to get this investment money, or as far as data, the data that you can provide. That's why they got mobile apps, new APIs, block explorers. They're adding all these different features because if they want to be legitimate or seen as legitimate, this is what they have to do. Before it was good because they listed everything. I remember when they had Peercoin on there back in the day, some of these other coins, some of the exchanges that were listed have all been shut down. So it's good to see growth, but some people don't like it that much.
And it will be interesting with the data. Like that's the other thing. I wonder if exchanges, which we know the truth is, I wonder what data they're giving them and is it accurate and how is that accuracy being proven? Because that would mean
audit it,
like CoinMarketCap. Let's not get like how many people really work there or start. You know what I mean? Like, do they have a big team? Because if not, who's doing all those audits? Like that's a lot of audits. And then of course we're talking about technology. You need to really know what you need to do to find these right numbers too. So I don't know. Again, it'll be interesting, but it's a step in the right direction for self-regulation. I'm sure these questions will be answered in the years to come.
Oh yeah.
Grayscale to launch pro Bitcoin ads drop gold on social media. Linear TV. I love how Bitcoin is skipping gold across a obscure pond somewhere in the middle of the wilderness. It's like you're gonna drown in this water and we're gonna leave you behind. What's going on with these ads?
Oh yeah. Well, the New York-based digital asset exchange Grayscale Investments has introduced a pro-Bitcoin advertising initiative called Drop Gold. This campaign is based on the emergence of Bitcoin as an alternative to gold investments. So they're basically going to have commercials that promote Bitcoin and tell you it's better than gold, so they can get to a smaller or to a younger, much more accepting crowd of people who use cryptocurrency. Currently, Grayscale's Bitcoin Investment Trust has been trading under GBTC since 2015, so they're a big name in the crypto community. Very, very widely used by people who come into it. But this is big because if they're doing this on TV, this is actually going to be a linear TV. Ooh. If they're actually coming for gold as competition,
clap.
That's what I'm talking about. That's
what I'm talking about. All
the competition.
No, somebody about to clap at them, but yeah, that too.
Hey, exactly. Because if people want to talk about Bitcoin as volatile, or you can't use a medium of exchange. The store of value argument is very good for Bitcoin because, like we stated yesterday, the value of Bitcoin has grown 720 million% since its inception, all the way up to today, about 1,000,000% since it hit exchanges. So, as a store of value, it definitely has a better history than gold. So, I think this is a great way to get people in on Bitcoin and to actually take a look at gold. Is it really scarce? Can you really get your hands on your gold in times of need? Can you carry it with you for miles at a time if you need to walk through a jungle or something?
Well, that's what I was
You can't really do any of that. Can you shave it down as a medium? You can't do it.
I was about to say, I'm on the Grayscale site, dropgold.com/ hashtag basically there. Mm-hmm. And in the background, you see a guy who looks sullen. He's looking off into the distance. And he has two things of gold in his hand. Like literally, for those listening, he has two what looks like chain bags. I'm assuming because you're chained to gold. That's the thing. I mean, whoever did this marketing department is amazing, or ad agency. But he has gold. But this is a great picture because this is what we talk about all the time. Mm-hmm. If something were to really happen, where you talk about the EMPs or fiat currency or the United States market crashes, the military, all this crazy stuff, and people always scream, gold, 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 gold. I am telling you, like just myself personally, while I would never do this, I'm about like 98, 99% sure that if there's anybody walking around with gold like that, it's my gold now.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? So,
exactly.
But seriously, like that's how people are going to think in those worst case scenarios. You're not going to be wheelbarrowing around gold. That is not possible. So if you own millions of dollars of gold, you actually don't. So you own millions of dollars of IOUs from a company that claims they will refund you of some value of that equivalent gold. But you don't. There's no way for you to get a bunch of gold, people.
Yeah. Like, how you gonna lug it out, or you gonna have somebody?
Like
carry
you said,
it
you're gonna shave it. But as we scroll down, you can see everyone loves a piece of gold jewelry, but is gold really the best investment in today's digital world? Little pie chart, gold represents the past. Nixon dropped the gold standard in the 70s. A lot of the reason why Kennedy was assassinated, because he was trying to get us back on the gold standard, because it makes no sense to be off it, at least not until things like Bitcoin arrive, because our money is not backed by anything. People, we just print it off. But here's the video you said is worth the watch. We're going to turn this on. It's 39 seconds.
Why did you invest in gold? Are you living in the past? In a digital world, gold shouldn't weigh down your portfolio. You see where things are going. Digital currencies like Bitcoin are the future. They're secure, borderless.
That's actually
Unlike
pretty
gold,
funny.
they actually have utility. Leave the pack behind.
So if you're listening to this commercial, literally it's people running around a crowded city and everyone's trying to lug gold from cars,
Go grayscale.
helicopters. I mean, people are literally just trying to lug gold around. That is a great commercial.
Yeah.
That is what it would look like, people. A lot of you aren't strong enough to even carry one bag of gold. You think you're going to have 2 bags? Like, what are you
I
talking
got 10
about?
bars of gold.
Like, you work for me and that's my goal from now on.
As soon as
It
somebody-
will not work. Wake
Yeah.
up. Like, that is the, like, you talk about tricking people and selling snake oil. A whole generation of people believed in gold.
Yeah.
And then after that, a whole generation of people believed in paper that was supposed to be tied to gold, which is now not tied to anything. This is where we're at right now.
Yeah, and it's funny to me, like you said, if you have all that gold, you lugging it around. As soon as somebody pulls out a gun, that's my gold now. I mean, it's literally, you just carrying gold for the
Wait,
next
you got
man.
a gold and you don't got no bullets?
Yeah, so and that's if people actually want it. So
Right.
yeah, I believe the commercials like this will pick up. They have a whole campaign for this, so this would be great to see. And Grayscale is that mainstream, well-to-do crowd that will basically use it as a way to get into Bitcoin. Then when they find out they can have it themselves, they may have a change of thought. But this is a great way to start. This is a triple right here.
That was a pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
you talk about appealing to. This is going to appeal to all generations, old, young, everything. I mean, wow.
How to store your keys is going to be part of a conversation with banks after a while.
You're right,
Like
yeah.
I'm telling you, people don't realize it now because we're still early. But if you see where Bitcoin came from to now, there's no reason you can't see why it wouldn't be the main store value in the future.
This thing says, ever try to pull your weight in gold? They said each gold bar weighs around 25.7 pounds. So who out there can carry 2 gold bars? 50 pounds. Like literally just, and
All
I mean,
day.
motionless, running around with it, jogging with it. It's, people, gold is gone. Buy Bitcoin. But damn, we might as well work for Grayscale. This little commercial we gave them. Here you
Yeah.
go, Grayscale, a little free ass spot on jumping into crypto.
Yeah, the best part about these commercials is there's no one company they're going after. They
Right,
just go after
yeah.
gold in general. So there's no one
They
company
own.
that can get mad and be like, hey, why are you talking about my business? Well, we talking about everybody that's in gold. So
With that being said,
decentralized campaigns.
Grayscale, bold move. I would expect a government audit in the next 6 to 12 months. Seriously, I mean, you
Yeah.
better make sure your stuff is good, because you think them gold boys and the Federal Reserve is not about to get together like, hey, the enemy of my enemy, right? Like, what are we doing right now? This guy is going crazy with these commercials. You got a TV commercial, so
Yeah.
there's no main channels picked it up. Main channels like, yeah, we can't do that, man. Have an ABC is backed by gold right now. We can't do this.
Not on Hulu.
Right. Hilarious. Trust token launches stablecoin backed by Canadian dollar. That's right. As we've been talking about IEOs, stable coins like Tether, which aren't backed by, or at least 26% we know isn't backed by anything. Trust token has released its latest stablecoin, True CAD, on May 1st, the latest in Trust token's line of fiat-backed stablecoins. This one is linked to the Canadian dollar. I mean, that's really all it goes into, people. That's all we need to know. It's another stable coin, except being backed by the Canadian dollar. And of course, Trust, they have a couple more stable coins that you see here. True CAD, True Alt. What are your thoughts on all this?
Well, in light of the Tether controversy and Bitfinex controversy, their ability to come out and say we're completely transparent, you can see how it's tied to the dollar. It's only issued based on that. And they're stabilized by an algorithm that we haven't seen, work for a long time, but it has worked thus far. So it's being used on Binance, Huobi, and OKX. So there is interest around it, but it is interesting that they come out with the True USD marketing now after with the troubles with Tether, because we saw Gemini, we saw Paxful come out, print 10 million. Paxful and now Trust Token, so everybody is kicking them when they're down. But it sounds good, but we'll see if it works, if they're actually backed by dollars, or if we have another fractional reserve.
So that's my thing. It's either they've been waiting to launch this and they're waiting for the bull run, or they and then if that's the case and they saw another opportunity with this, or they're all literally in on it. Which again, that's not far off either, people. I mean, it's all the same market, and we're talking about billions of dollars. So. That is not far fetched, but
just take out Tether.
Like you said, kicking them while they down.
Man, they are jumping.
That's the third. You're right. Gemini came out with something. Who was on Paxos, and now Trust. And here's the other thing: if it isn't already pre-planned, then what? So you all are just kind of printing money.
Yeah, everybody's just printing.
It all just happened this week.
Hey man, we got 30 million over here.
Right?
Like what? How?
So either y'all just printing money, all three of you are printing money, or you're all in on it. Either way. Tether and Bitfinex have been fighting a long time. I can't wait to see what happens next. It's about to get some. It's about to get into ugly. This is the ugly battles to win the war.
Like I said, we need to have a wrestling competition at the next consensus. Hilarious. We have one big round of boxing.
Because I tell you now, the gold crowd is definitely clapping back at grayscale. And believe you me, that's why Tether and Bitfinex is trying to get this IEO. If this works. The rest of these companies better go and hide. They coming back with a pocket full of money too. They remember they do $1 billion IEO that covers the $850 million insolvency, and then that gives them
a nice little bonus.
Come on, it gives them a nice little kicker to do. Oh, y'all wanted to fight with us? It gives them a nice little kicker to do some plays back. I love this is like business war for me, so I just love watching this right now. On the sidelines.
It's way more advanced than Battleship.
Right. Some great comments we have. Hold on. What's going on, Morgan Maxwell is hilarious. Morgan Maxwell said they're going to have somebody carry their gold for them, basically. That's pretty funny. What's going on, Malik? Jamal J said, I've seen some nice little wallet-sized gold cards out there with perforated squares to break off. Nice. That's cool. If you ever go to Dubai, they have gold and vending machines, people, so you can actually just go over there and get it out the vending machine as well.
That's wild.
That's man. You're talking about wealth.
Gold and vending machine.
Bro, it's crazy. Let's see.
What if you could buy Bitcoin paper wallets and vending machines? That'd be tight.
What? Mike G. Oh, wow. That would be pretty cool. It's like print off. Yeah. Mike G said, how much is the brand name Satoshi worth? I know, right? That would actually, I'm thinking about what you just said. Like, what if you could just, you could just scan your phone on a ATM or something and then print off a small little strip with a paper wallet and give it to somebody here.
Well, I mean, you can do that with a Bitcoin ATM, but not all of them. Okay. So, but yeah. Somebody said, what are our thoughts on carrot bars? I don't have any thoughts. I haven't used it. Don't plan on it.
All right, we got a lot of funny ones coming in. You guys are hilarious right now. I think I did see the carrot bars. Did they do like an IC or something for gold? Whenever it comes to gold and crypto right now, listen. One thing I understand: the gold crowd doesn't like crypto. I'm telling you because I've spoken to many people in the gold, and I would say the consensus is they do not like Bitcoin. All right, because they're not stupid. They kind of see what's happening, plus some of them really just like don't believe in because they really wholeheartedly believe in gold. But with that being said, for me personally, I don't even really follow any gold crypto hybrid companies yet because who's going to be a part of that market? Yeah, you and the three other people. Like not enough people believe in it for me right now. So.
Yeah, and I'm not really too keen on anything gold backed crypto. I've heard that a million times. Not really big on that. However, you can buy gold and silver from JM Bullion with crypto.
That's true.
I mean, that's a good use case. But crypto backed by gold, not really my thing, brother.
Very tasty. I mean, we saw that's true. Yeah,
and I was gonna say it's some people who are trying to do it. It's cool, but I just haven't seen it work personally.
At least in this, you gotta remember when we're talking about some of our time frames. Of course, we go long on cryptocurrency, Bitcoin in general. But when we're talking about some of the specific things, like you said, the carrot bars, at this moment, I'm not with it.
Oh, yeah.
Australia opposition party promises $2.1 million blockchain academy pending May election win. Wow. Oh, yeah. What a gift to win. That's what I'm talking about. What's going on here in Australia?
Oh, yeah. Well, it looks like the Australian politicians who want to get voted in have come up with a way to incentivize voting them in by saying we will build a $2.1 million blockchain technology center for you to actually use and develop job skills. The demand is for these jobs. So, hey, if you vote us in, we'll build it and it'll be better for you. I think this is first in a long line of things politicians will use in order to get elected. And it'll be blockchain based. When people start making these promises like, hey, we're going to build a youth center or we're going to build a whatever. I believe a blockchain based program will be some of the things that they use. And it looks like Australia's on it early. You got to put the medicine in the candy. So I'm sure they want to make sure people get out and use it. But if people vote them in, hey, they get a free 2.1 million facility.
Right. And again, this is their opposition party. And it looks like the Liberal government, they're saying this opposition party is saying the Liberal government has failed to tackle major tech shortages. They're holding back Australian businesses. The publication quotes Shadow Minister for the Digital Economy, Ed Huzik. He also added Labor wants to address this, investing in Australia to develop those job skills that are in high demand now in the future. Only thing I would say about this story is, this Australian Labor Party, they're going to do this blockchain academy. They're doing it in the western city of Perth. In Australia, people around the world, Perth is one of the most isolated cities on the planet. It's up there, people. It's not a lot that's near it. You got one other city, Fremantle, right next to it. But with that being said, for other Australians to even travel to Perth, you talking about the East Coast, Melbourne, Gold Coast, Sydney, all those people, for them to even travel to Perth, it's an actual traveling. It's a big deal. So I'm just not sure unless they're going to really make this thing more of an online, more even an online thing, or maybe just a campus that's like something in crypto you want to go see, almost like a Mecca type of deal. I'm not sure how it will really succeed on a country or a continent-wide level. But
it's a drop in the bucket.
Right, but for Perth itself, it'll be awesome if you start hearing all of a sudden next 3 to 5 years, all these blockchain engineers are coming out of Perth, right? It makes it, maybe that's the place to go get this education.
Yeah, people are setting up these academies everywhere.
Right, you know what I mean?
I think
people start jumping it. You're going to have to start
everywhere. They're going to be like, so which one is better? Like the one in Singapore
which
or
is
the
pretty
one
cool.
in New York?
That's going to be awesome.
That's going to be great, yeah. And some of these blockchain academies are going to put out some of the next Steve Jobs, some of the next Bill Gates type people for crypto in the future. Because as big as cryptocurrency is, these companies want to use blockchain technology. Right. And the use case for it is starting to emerge. So yeah, these academies are getting popular. I like it.
I will say Perth actually does fall into the crypto culture, though. People, it's a place where you're wearing a blazer, you are considered overdressed, though. So that's pretty cool.
T-shirt and jeans. That's my type of place right there.
T-shirt and tank tops out there, baby. What are you talking about?
My shirt off.
There it is. A couple last comments before we get out of here. Paradigm Audio said, nice, still working on Brave browser crypto.io thing for sure. Mike G said the crypto kicks from Nike. You covered that one day when I was gone.
Oh, yeah, actually.
Would you rock the Bitcoin shoes?
Well, they won't be Bitcoin shoes, but if somebody created some type of Bitcoin shoe,
I rock somebody else's.
A big baller brand Bitcoin shoe.
I want to do Nike, but I did
not Nike's, but it's depending on how it looks. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, one of y'all did it and gave us a shout.
I mean, and even if it doesn't look that good, I'll just work out in it.
I kind of would too.
I'll just work out in it or something.
I want to pay premium, but it didn't look good. But I'll still support.
We'll have an unboxing and we'll.
Hey, for real. Look, we about to get like 6 different crypto kicks tomorrow. Like, all right, y'all see y'all.
If I can't dunk in them, I don't want them.
Hilarious.
There's something wrong with the shoes if I can't dunk in them.
All right. With that being said, what are we doing for the free cryptic coin today?
Oh yeah. So for the free cryptic coin, we discuss the actual gold that is being dropped by Grayscale in their campaigns. Do you think Bitcoin will overtake gold as a store of value? And if so, when? What year? What time do you think that will happen? Give us your cryptic coin address and we'll send those free coins to you.
All right. As always, thanks for watching. Last quick comment. Jamal J said I sat in on a predatory scam Diamondback crap coin presentation and was all but kicked out for asking the tough questions. The guy was steaming. He said he was claiming it was better than Bitcoin because it was backed by something. That's what they all say, folks. A lot of people say that, yeah. Right? I was just about to say. To this date, Bitcoin is still smacking folks around.
Yeah.
All right. Other than that, Edwin IT said Jim in the crypto Zay. Yeah. You hoop, bro?
D1 baby.
Man, listen, Zay used to play back with Curry, man. You don't know who over here next to me.
Yeah. Well, those days are long gone now.
Listen, we out here like
I can still outshoot pretty much anybody in a regular court.
And I'm getting all the steals and rebounds, people, so we good. All right. Other than that, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and share and smash that subscribe button. I know I said that backwards, but just do all 3.
All 3, baby.
See you tomorrow. Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy hump day.